of the day to our esteemed viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in to Gulf TV to watch Keep It Simple. My name is Solvaloko Kerinde, and with me is Ruki Aporubari. Hi, Ruki.
Hiya, how you doing?
Please welcome our viewers.
You're welcome to the KIS show right here. We talk about a lot of things, educative, informative, sometimes entertaining, because we can be quite funny.
And today we are switching
at times.
We are switching seats.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, so what has been up with you?
Well, I've been fine, but before we go into what has been up with me, I think today is a special day for one of us.
Yeah.
And we promised to celebrate him on set today.
So this is a big shout out from the KIS show
crew
presenters to Man Kenny Herbram on his birthday.
Exactly.
Today.
He's one of the people behind the cameras. He's one of the production assistants. And in fact, he's right here in the studio with us. It's just that you can't see him. So happy birthday to you, Kenny. We wish you many, 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 many great and amazing things in lots of years to come. This is cheers to a much more pleasant life and more money to your account, because I know that guy loves money a lot. Like,
who does not like money? Cut him some slack. You do love money too.
Well, I like money, Sha.
All right. You have anything to share with us?
Well, all right. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine recently, and it was actually perplexed as regards what others have to say about him. You know, there's a way some people will sit you down and they will tell you something that you don't even know about yourself, and you're like, do you know me more than me? And the person was like, I think you're too over ambitious. What you set in front of you, you try to overachieve your goals, your dreams, your visions, and all that. It's just too much. Like, you're just a young man. Why don't you just relax? You're just running too much and all that. Oh, wow. And I'm like, really? And it's just like a colleague.
Okay.
Telling him that, and it was like, if his colleague can be telling him that, what would his closer friends have to say about it? And I'm like,
you feel, what do you think of him?
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I had such drive like that. Right? Like, it doesn't get information without, working on it, checking on it, and if it's something that he needs to take action on, he has done it immediately. They are in a twinkle of an eye. You're like, wow. This is just something you just realize just now. You're already working towards it. I love that about him, but I don't see it as a negative
such a strong
thing.
Personality.
Yeah.
And it's not everybody that can cope with that. So, people tend to just push their insecurity on you when they say that they can't achieve as much as you are achieving. So for your friend, I would just advise that you should block all ears to naysayers, because, I mean, it's just going to really affect him if he wants to dwell on what the person has to say. Right. It's not that you should not listen to advice sometimes, but you need to, look inward, examine if it's really true about yourself, and look for how you can get better. But if the person is just really, just really a busybody, I think you just really justicing it.
Exactly.
Don't push it too hard. Anyways, we'll go on a short break. Where we'll come back, we'll delve right into our topic for today. You don't want to miss it, right? Stick around, we'll be right back. You're welcome back from that break. Conversations stemming in different quarters had reflected that religion has a surprisingly high correlation with poverty. And according to a Gallup survey conducted recently in over 100 countries, there are more poverty a nation. The more poverty a nation has, the higher the religiosity in that nation. So this begs the question, is religion responsible for Nigeria's poverty? Against this backdrop, we would like to, reflect on the comments of Reno Mokwe recently as regards religion and poverty. He has a tweet on that, and we'd like to see what he has to say.
Okay. All right, so from Reno Mokri, for those who do not know him, I think he's the special advisor to the ex-president, Goodluck Jonathan, and he's quite a sensation on the social media. So recently he actually posted this, and these are the words that he posted. He said, "Poverty is why many people are religious and churchy. When these same people relocate abroad and see that their prayer requests are easily met in their new locations, they lose their religiosity. Religion is a reaction to poverty. Faith is a more reliable judge of godliness. That is why after salvation, Christ taught more about wealth. Because without wealth, your spiritual health is at risk. Poverty alters your perspective. You make enemies out of innocent people. You blame ancestral curses and village people for your poverty, when in fact the problem is your location, which is overpopulation and underfunded, yeah? And fear of enemies rather than love for God drives you to church." So those are the words of Reno Mokri, and I think a lot of people had a lot of things to say as regards that.
There are many
if
reactions
you went through,
to
the kind of engagements it got, some people were like, "Oh, it's true," and it's not true. So we are putting out the questions to you today.
Is religion
exactly
the cause of poverty in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, well,
it's actually funny because we understand that you know, there are arrays of challenges bedeviling Nigeria as a country.
We know that.
Economic, social problems and what have you. But are these enough to not say that the problem stems from the religion of the people? Is it true to say that, oh, the problem we have in Nigeria stems from religion? Ruki, what's your take?
Well, I really do not think so, that it stems from religion. I think that even wealthy people go to church and they serve God well. The problem is the people
themselves.
Yes, the person, not, let me not generalize it now, the person and not the religion itself. I mean, religion came from the white men, and I believe they tried to bring the light of God into Africa, and we embraced it after so many years of worshiping idols and all that. There has always been religion in Nigeria. We've had different kinds of religion. Different people still worship different gods. When they say religion, I don't want to believe that it is only Christianity that they are talking about. So because of you are something is happening, you're running to God, and you believe that at church your problem will be solved and all that. I really don't think that we should blame religion for the reason why we are being poor, or poverty is really, really escalating.
Even though
in
our
Nigeria.
case study is Nigeria, I think we could as well look at what's obtainable in other countries, in other time. In the US, they have, in fact, everywhere actually, religion runs in the system. People practice different religion, and it's not the function. It's not the function of the religion that they practice that probably explain the reason why things are like that in the country where they are. We have several churches in the US, in Austria and all, and these are developed countries. They have, all the basic social amenities that they need. The life there is simpler, and people go about their businesses, just really doing well for themselves. But these people still practice religion. So are we to say that the kind of Christianity being practiced in US is different from what is obtainable in Nigeria? That's another conversation, because people, they say that religion is location specific sometimes. What is obtainable over here may not be obtainable over there. But talking about if people are impoverished because they practice a certain religion is the focus for today. I would like to ask, is it can we now say that people should probably just stop going to church or stop worshiping God because, it seems like most of our pastors or spiritual leaders tend to, bamboozle us, they tend to really suspend their logic. They tend to preach that people should suspend their logic, to not probably reason things thoroughly, because there is the place of faith.
Okay. All right, so when you go out every day in the morning, you leave your house, I'm sure a lot of us encounter bad roads. We encounter daily where we reside, we encounter power outages, we encounter, right now in Nigeria, we know there is inflation, the food stuff and all that is not, in fact, economically, Nigeria, I don't know where I would rate Nigeria, but I know it's very low. Can we not say that those things is caused by religion, or it is caused by the church? No, we are overpopulated. Is it caused by religion? Definitely not. We are underfunded. Our government is borrowing money and all that. Is it caused by religion? Definitely no. But people are trying to seek solution, and we know that we serve a God as Christians, that way, that loves us and has promised to give us everything that we need according to his riches and glory. Why some people have it wrong? We are not supposed to go to church because of what we stand to gain, or because of the money we want to make, or something like that. You understand? We are supposed to go to church because we love God, because we want to serve him, not just for our material gain. You get? So religion and poverty. Well, a lot of people run to church because they want to get solution, but that should not be the base. That should not be the number one thing. Because when we look at all this problem in Nigeria, it is not religion that caused it. It is us, our government, some of the things that we do, even as individuals, is what is causing what we are facing today. Even sometimes it might be our own lack of insight, when we don't seize opportunities. You've lived your better life recklessly. You've had little money you're supposed to invest, you didn't invest it, or something like that. It might just be your own fault, and you are blaming, you are catching enemies where you're not supposed to catch enemy. You are looking at innocent people that they are the reason for your misfortune and all that. No. I think, see, this blame game thing is just outright too much for us in Nigeria. If you are not making it right, someone must be the cause. Our ancestral power and spirit and all that from our forefathers is the one that has been holding our destiny. Yeah, we know that we have some of these things. We know we come from lineages of spiritual and ancestral or whatever. But I want to believe that that is not the main reason why we are facing some of the things we are facing. If in developed countries, let's look at their structures, the things they have in place, their systems. These guys, they've put this thing down. They've recorded it. They have a landmark. They have something that they follow. They have footprints. Do we have that in Nigeria? No, we don't. And we expect things to all be rosy. And then since things are not working, we have to now blame it
in something else.
Yes, we have to put our problem. Someone has to bear the brunt. Someone has to bear the consequences. And it is religion, because religion can really not speak for itself.
For me, I would even say that religion has kind of created an escape route for most people in the face of, bedeviling challenges, especially here in Nigeria. And if you are to reiterate some of the, impacts of religious organizations in Nigeria, in fact, they have really helped salvage what we have. I mean, what is left in Nigeria. They've really helped the government in many ways. We talk about unemployment in Nigeria. We have, religious organizations that are, put in place large institutions where they can employ people. They provide job opportunities. We have many churches, with universities. We have many churches, apart from universities, there are even other enterprises that they've even gone into. A lot of, small and medium scale enterprises that are being run by churches, and this provides job employment for people. Look at the, the projects that they do in the community. I know recently, I mean, over time, even GOFAMINT had to, do some sort of community projects in different places. And it's not only GOFAMINT, other churches across had, come true for people of a particular community. These are responsibilities of the government, but we know that the government cannot do everything. They've come in, to help, just to really help the people. So if you're looking at the religion, if religion is what impoverishes people, I would say it's a total, it's an outright no. It is not true. I think that it's a function of the system that is running. It's the function of the system in place. And if people would only take responsibility, especially our leaders, if they would take responsibilities, things will be much better. Are we to go on a break?
I think we should go.
Yeah, we'll go on a break. When we return, we'll continue with this conversation. Hey, welcome back from that break. It's keep it simple, and we're still discussing, is religion responsible for Nigeria's poverty? And on this table, myself and Ruki are, weighing our opinion on the fact that, yeah, religion is something that is so deeply embedded in, the culture of the people and in our system as a nation, but it is not outrightly the problem of our nation. It is not the reason why poverty, is everywhere.
Yeah.
And you want to make reference to what is obtainable in other climes. We know about, Yonggi Cho. We know about the impact of Yonggi Cho's ministry on the economy of South Korea. We also know about, the great stuff that T.D. Jakes is doing in U.S. We have pastors like Joel Austin and all. These are, these are pastors, pastoring large congregation, over there in the U.S. and they are actually doing well. This does not mean that poverty is not in the system, but of course it is on a minimal level compared to what we have in underdeveloped countries like what we have here in Nigeria. But I want to say that even pastors, we have faith leaders even in our country that are really doing well, and they are helping the people. So we cannot say that religion is the problem of Nigeria, but it is high time Nigerians look inward and try to find ways that they can help themselves, try to find ways that they can, just come out of their economic disadvantage situation that they are in. What's your take, Ruki?
All right. So according to what Reno Mokri said, he said that a lot of people, when they now travel out of the country and they see that their prayer requests are being met, they tend to lose their religiosity. So that means that why were they going to church? What's their motive for going to church?
Favor or blessing.
Exactly. And when it is met, they stopped. All those churchiness and all that had to reduce, because the core thing that you're supposed to, the main reason, your motivation is in question or should be in question, because you are not going there for the right reason. You understand? So that will bring me to the fact that a lot of people actually blame religion or they blame churches for some of the woes in the society, especially when it comes to tithing, offering, sowing seeds and all that. We've had a lot of celebrities, people lending their voices to these, and as God will have it, some of these pastors have been blessed with a lot of things. Some of them have private jets and all that. They look good, their families and all that. They look pimpy and they're like, are you not a pastor and all that? Are you supposed to have this kind of, amass this kind of wealth? Is this not the money of the people? Exactly. And you are basking in their wealth and their money and all that, and you are still, and those people are still wallowing in poverty, and you're saying that, oh, they should keep on believing in God. These people are still going to church and all that. I think the conversation is really not stemming to the right direction, which will be the motive of why people go to church. Okay, why do you pay your tithe? You should know the reason for this thing, so that when people start raising questions, when your faith is being questioned, you have a well-grounded answer. For people like that, that is why we see that, oh, they are blaming churches, that churches should also be, what do they call it? They should not be recognized as NGO anymore. They should be recognized as full-fledged companies. They should pay all the tax and dues and all that companies pays. And seriously, something I just question this thing. Nobody forced you to pay this thing. The fact that you are paying your tithe doesn't mean that you will be poor. Your tithe, if you sometimes, for people that earn probably 50, 20, 10K, they still even complain that my tithe and all that. Is it your 1,000 naira tithe that wants to buy a jet? Who
says that they are paying 1,000 naira?
Now, I'm just saying, for instance, how much does a jet cost? But let's ask that question. How much do you think, if they contribute all your own title, let's not talk about other people, in how many years would that your tithe amass to a very big thing that pastor will use to start flexing and all that?
But if you multiply that by many heads, you know how that...
a lot of heads. We know that, a lot of heads, we know that, but that is not the only thing that the church does. Like you say, the church is responsible for some kind of social responsibility. They give out, they help people, they help the economy at large. We have people coming into this country because of churches.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have come, not even because of tourism, but because of something that they are gaining spiritually from Christians in Nigeria. So I think that we should go back to the focus. The government should be responsible for this, for the people. Let us have structures, good structures put in place for the people, and then we can now come back to this religion topic and say if religion is really the reason why people are poor.
That will make me to want us to, you know, to highlight the problems that Nigeria really have, the reason for the poverty in Nigeria, leaving aside the religion. What are those things that you think that, like specifically just mentioned, and things that government should really work on? For me, number one will be unemployment. I mean, if you take out the issue of unemployment, Nigerians will be better off.
Definitely.
They will have a better, you know, living condition if, you know, there are more jobs available. If the government will provide more jobs, and they talk about the fact that, oh, they make there are different national programs, there are different intervention programs. How many people have access to this thing? We just hear them, grants, you know, figuratively. Oh, especially grants for people in businesses. How many people have access? Can you give us the figures? You know, the figures of the people that have benefited from this thing. So don't just come tell us that, oh, we have done this intervention program in so place. There are several grants. Can we see? Because it's not even reflecting in the economy, it's not reflecting in the system. If government will make, you know, more job available, it will go a long way in alleviating poverty. If they would also support small and medium-scale enterprises, support business, create a conducive environment for business to thrive, we realize that a lot of people here in Nigeria that are doing business are quick to run to neighboring countries.
Oh, definitely.
They are quick to run to Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and other clients that they feel, oh, these people, they are, I mean, it's better over there. Talk about power supply. They don't have regular power supply. How would the business, you know, do flourish well? How will it flourish if there are so many things hindering, you know, their survival in Nigeria? I think that is just one out of the many things that are responsible for the poverty in Nigeria. Maybe you want to also highlight some other things.
Okay, you've talked about unemployment, which is, I think, the basic thing we're talking about today, money-wise. If we had money, a lot of things would not be talked about if there is money, if money is being circulated in the economy. Aside from that, we know our educational system, our healthcare system, doctors have been on strike and nobody is saying anything about it. And we are just living in, you know, this resilient spirit in Nigeria is one thing I feel that is one disadvantage of ours.
It's an advantage.
For me, I see it as a disadvantage in a way, because we bend and bend and bend and bend and bend to the fact that we will even be very uncomfortable, but we'll still try to accommodate some of these things that we are experiencing. We can't even talk. We can't talk. Once you talk, it is hate speech. It is speaking against the government and all that. I really think that the government, please, they should have a sympathetic heart. They should see themselves. I want to believe that they were in this position. They had been in position of lack and want. They should remember those days, put themselves, bring themselves back to what people are experiencing. Don't just forget where you're coming from. People are here. We voted these people to make our economy better, to make our lives better. But we are not seeing the evidence of our voting. We are not seeing the evidence of the promises that they made to us. If Nigeria can move from underdeveloped country to a developed country, you will see how radically things will change. Maybe people will now start going to church for the right reasons. We won't have a lot of people trying to process visas to go out of the country. There will be no need to leave Nigeria because you're comfortable where you are.
And if the country is also peaceful, I mean, we have rising cases of, you know, insecurities, banditry, and all of these things. These are reasons why people are displaced. These are reasons why people lose their job. And we're talking about the fact that, oh, religion is the cause of Nigerian poverty. We need to really look, you know, focus on the right things and not only just talk about this thing, begin to make, you know, efforts, begin to work at improving most of these things that we've highlighted, just so that Nigeria can be a better place. We should take our focus away from the religion aspect. Religion has come to stay. It's part of the people, is part of the, you know, people's culture. We can't even separate it at all. But like you had said, people should also pursue God for right reason. So if you live here and go to other clime, would you still want to pursue God or serve God?
Exactly.
I think it's a rhetorical question. Let's leave it open like that. But yeah, the bottom line, I would like you to share your final word on, you know, just those topics before we wrap up?
Okay, so some people would say that Nigeria is just a lost cause, or it's totally hopeless, nothing can be done, and that we are just waiting for Jesus Christ to come and it will come and take us. But I want to believe that things can change, that the economy can be worked upon, that we can grow, that we can develop. The government, the people at large, please, the little that we can do, especially as individuals, let's do it. The wrong things that we do, the things we shut our eyes to, the ills in the society that we still promote by our silence, please, let's work on it. And the government, please, they really, really, really need to help the people.
Thank you. I will also say that the church should also, you know, come up. They should man up to more opportunities, to more, you know, what's the word right now? To more projects. They should do more social responsibility projects in the economy. They've really done well this far, but we'll encourage them that they should, you know, do more, and we'll be able to shut the mouth of naysayers. Thank you so much for doing this with me, Ruki, and to our viewers, thank you for watching this episode. I hope you're able to pick one or two things, and you could join us same time, same station tomorrow for another episode of Keep It Simple. I hope you will have a wonderful day ahead. Enjoy.